On this episode of the Wrap Up, we have JTAY and the one and only Redbeard. We're going to be talking about COD news today. All COD news coming up. All right, a big controversy today inside of COD. What happened to NickMercs' skin? Well, it's kind of a difficult situation. NickMercs, he had some opinions about certain things that should not be talked about in schools, and here's the thing. Me personally, and you guys can give your own opinions about this. Me personally, I don't care like who you're attracted to sexually, but there's just a point that needs to be drawn. Like when kids need to be kids. Kids are not letting. No one is letting kids be kids these days. Everybody is bringing up these grown adult things and conversations that need to happen. These are video games. These are kids that don't know any better. They don't understand all this stuff. And for us to bring it in and get mad at somebody for their own personal opinions, which by the way, I don't think he's 100% right. I'm not sitting there saying, you can't be this or you can't be that or you can't like this person or that person. But what I am saying is don't bring it into that part of the world, society. The kids need to be kids. Like no one lets kids be kids anymore. It's all about bullying, stress, suicidal thoughts and all that stuff. And for me, it's crazy that you're going to take, as much as NickMercs has his moments of being a bandwagoner, I do admit that it was kind of wrong for them to take his skins away from Warzone. I mean, even though that's not where he originally started from, he was a Fortnite player. He was not a Warzone player, but JT, what do you think?
I honestly couldn't agree more. I like you said, I feel everybody has a lot of their own opinion. And you can have the opinion to agree with them. You can have the opinion to disagree with them. I mean, that's what debates are, and that's what really we're founded on is debates and opinions and being able to have a conversation and not agreeing with each other. Um, so I feel the same way. I really don't think it should have been pulled from the shop, but that's my opinion. And, I'm open to listening to why somebody would say that it should have been pulled and why they feel that way. That's what we're here for, is to all have opinions on that.
And I think it was kind of very one sided too. The fact that you would pull somebody's skin, just because they had like it's just like having like a debate about soda. To be honest with you, everything is debatable, right? Mountain
Yeah,
Dew. Some people
exactly.
drink Mountain Dew. Some people drink Dr Peppers, and that's the thing is that people are entitled to their opinion without any kind of consequences. And it's not like we're saying anything bad about it. You like I said, you choose who you want to date, who you want to sleep with. That's all upon you. I don't. It's not any of our opinions, and it shouldn't really matter. But in the limelight of kids and the fact that kids play this game, like we should be a little bit more careful about what we're showing them at a certain age. Yeah, we're already. And here's the thing, yeah, we're already showing them violence at a certain age because they're playing this game, but that's already bad enough in itself for some people to think about. But if you raise your kid right and tell them a game is a game, and there's real consequences if you try to do this in real life, I think it'd be a totally different thing. But that's a lot of parents forget about that. They don't explain the true consequences of things.
Wait, Grand Theft Auto is not real?
Technically on Sundays.
Oh, okay.
On Sundays you're fine. You can rip people out of the cars on Sundays.
Oh, okay. All right. All right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Other than that,
Oh,
no.
I was teaching my kid wrong. My bad.
Damn it, Red. How about you? What do you think about this whole situation going on?
I think it's crazy. Uh, NickMercs, him and Tim the Tatman both worked their butts off through the Call of Duty scene to try to get these. They're the first fans of Call of Duty really to ever get their own skin in the game,
Before Scum
and
Punch.
and pretty much they probably just ruin it for the rest of any content creator trying to do the same thing.
Yeah, I don't see it happening ever again.
Yeah, don't see it happening. But at the same time, what Nick Merck said and posted, he didn't really down anybody. He just said protect the kids, and that's what it's all about, really, is protecting the kids. These kids had a big riot at school. I, I'm saying that's what happened, right? Is that
Yeah,
what happened?
yeah, yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
It's just two
Yeah,
different. It was
yeah,
parents and kids with two different opinions.
yeah,
And basically the parents that were saying that they should just leave it out of the schools. I
yeah.
100%
Definitely
believe
should.
it. Like it should be the thing, you know.
Like,
And
Or it should be later on, like you're way later on in school, not when they're extremely young still.
no,
Like
but
I could see high school, like that's when somebody's
no, I mean
starting
like
to find
middle
themselves.
school.
Yeah, I mean,
Middle
yes,
school is like the start, right? Once they start getting their little hormones going at 12 and 13,
yeah,
yeah.
is
yeah.
the time that you should honestly speak about that
And
because
they're finding themselves,
yeah,
yes,
yeah,
But let them
they're
be
figuring
kids.
stuff out.
Like you said, let them be kids.
yeah.
That's and I really don't see why they pulled that, but
And on the other
it,
side, yeah, it's about equality, but if that's the
yeah,
thing, then they should have took that so personally, like it should have been something where, hey, we want our voice in here too, which is fine. It's totally fine. No one's
yeah,
gonna knock you for that.
exactly.
No one's gonna knock you for that. All right, guys, if you guys have your opinions, leave them below in the comments on this video. All right, guys, we're gonna get into it. COD champs happened recently, and we're gonna talk all about it. Red, what's been going on with that whole series?
That was one of the most insane COD champs I've seen in a while. Um, all these teams that were in it were neck and neck. There was a couple standout like Ultra. FaZe was doing good for a while. Subliners did good, but when it came down to it, Ultra and Subliners in the finals, that was it was a good finals, but it was kind of disappointing at the same time. um, you had Toronto Ultra doing a clean sweep pretty much against everybody. They were destroying. Scrap was playing phenomenal, and
Talking his talk like he does. One of the
yeah,
biggest trash talkers in COD.
and he got Rookie of the Year, which was I feel was well deserved. He's legit for real. And then Subliners come in 5-0 him, and
Laid
that
the
that
pipe.
was yeah. They just it was like a totally different Ultra from the whole tournament. So,
Yeah, they brought
but
the subliners brought Toronto to the subway and let the train run them over.
yeah,
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then
it was
turned it backwards and ran them back over again.
yeah,
it was
pretty
it was
much.
an yeah, it was a whoop.
And Hydra got a MVP. Um, and he
Season
showed
MVP.
why he was MVP.
Season MVP. The finals MVP was actually Kismet. Yes,
Yeah, Kismic was going off on that finals too.
it was hilarious.
I think there
Because
was. Go ahead.
Scrappy talked some crap towards Kismet and didn't show up in the finals
Mhm.
at all, and Kismet let him know at the end.
Oh yeah, wasn't a what a troll. He went like shoot on a 11 kill streak or something like that. It was just demolishing everybody that came around him.
Yeah. At the end, he said something along the lines because they did ask Kismet about the Scrappy comments, and he said, "Some people talk, I let my actions do my talking." And from what I seen, nobody showed up.
Damn. I love how COD is still like one of the most
Yeah,
It gets
toxic
close.
games.
Gears of War is like the most toxic game ever.
but like Red
But
said,
COD
yeah,
is up there.
I would say from Thursday all the way through Sunday, it was probably one of the better COD champs of recent years since they've gone to this format. It was games are really close. The rookies coming up are great. It's going to be fun to see what teams are going to be built this off season and the silly season with a lot of players uh, contracts going to unrestricted free agency. So I'm really interested in seeing what Optic's going to do. As most people know, I'm a huge Optic fan, so it's going to be interesting to see what they do. I got my opinions on what I think they should do. But at the end of the day, you just got to hope they make the right moves to put themselves in a place to actually win next season.
All right, guys, and the big World Series happening this weekend is not going to be played on a field, but it's going to be played right here on Warzone, guys. And you guys are going to be playing in it this weekend. World Series of Warzone coming up this weekend, starting Friday. I know you guys are excited. What do you guys have in store for the people that are going to be watching you this weekend?
Getting them
I'm gonna have
dubs.
I'm gonna have a backpack on.
How big's your backpack?
It's,
That'd be pretty big.
it's pretty big.
We'll get you a rucksack then. It's not even going to be a backpack anymore. But
I'm gonna use
what are you guys'
my-
insights? Have you been watching like some of the players that are going to be in here? And it got a little bit canceled before. We had a team ready to go, and they had to cancel it due to some issues going on with the actual game itself. But now it's back. It looks like the issues have been worked out. Are you guys going to go into it with a certain kind of strategy, or what's the plan for this weekend?
I mean, we've been practicing, when we have some time. Obviously, all, you know, me, Red, and Chaos, we have full-time jobs on top of it. So, we're kind of just trying to fill this one in until we field a team we are confident in. Um, but in the practices, we've definitely been improving, getting better. I mean, strategy-wise, I feel like we're definitely looking to be more aggressive off a rip, get those kills, and then work on trying to get a high place in, because a lot of people know about Apex and been watching it. It's been getting a lot more popular. Uh, it's a completely different strategy. Apex, you want to hide until the end. With Warzone, you need to get kills because the multiplier comes from the points from kills.
Yep.
So we're expecting a lot of kills from the team then this weekend, and a lot of shouting from Joey. Chaos cracks me up with the way when he gets shot at and he starts screaming. It is the most hilarious thing I've ever seen. I just die of laughter when even in like Apex.
It's great.
Yeah, Apex or Fortnite when he's getting shot at, that woo he gives when he's getting sniped in the butt or getting sniped in his head is the most hilarious thing ever. Like, you guys will be able to hear that and experience that. And also, if you guys want to watch it, it's going to be on the RAWNation.gg channel this weekend as well as on World Series of Warzone. You guys tune in, and we might have to bring this topic back up to see where these guys land in the World Series of Warzone. All right, guys, for all the upcoming stories and all the hot topics, tune in right here every week on the RAWNation Wrap Up.